to customers, like come to us, we will provide you value. This is our unique selling point.
I call myself people's person. I can connect with the people very easily, and people feel comfortable with me.
How can I make an effective CV by my own self? Number one.
Hi, so when you call someone for the interview, you ask questions from the CV.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have another exciting and a very special guest. She is an HR expert. With that, she's a founder of Cordial HR, and she's working on multiple things. She's working on mental health awareness campaigns. With that, she is driving business growth through people. She is Salma Shah. Thank you so much for your precious time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here today. Thank you.
The pleasure is all mine. Miss, when I was going through your profile, I've seen that you have done a lot of things, but the main core expertise you have it is in HR, and you have worked 7 years in multiple firms. But after 7 years, you have decided to become an entrepreneur. Your the job was your thing, right? But what was the turning point? It changes you to be an entrepreneur.
And to be honest, I won't say always I wanted to be a business owner or business woman. When I entered in HR management, the profession, I have seen one thing like I think HR is very much misunderstood. So then I thought, okay, let me start because I was having enough experience. So I was thinking, let me start something my own, so where I can be myself. So my inspiration, you can say, or reason you can say, it's to have independence and freedom. Freedom for setting goals, freedom for setting my own achievements, and the freedom for helping others the way I want to help. Because when I was in HR, I felt I'm limited. Like as employee, I was very much like bound to express what I wanted to express or achieve what I wanted to achieve. So then I decided not to be employee. Let's be independent HR and HR consultant. So now I'm really happy to be where I wanted to be. So also I want to inspire the future generation by my achievements. So this is all behind this is inspiration which I have for my having my own business.
Okay, it's like from day first when you started your job, you had that clear mind that you want to be an entrepreneur one day, or you want to be a business owner. That is very inspiring. Uh, During research, I came to know that you have just started your business. It's just like a newborn baby, right?
Yeah.
So, what are the current challenges in 2025 you are facing to run your business, to grow your business? What are some initial challenges you want to share, and how you are overcoming all those challenges? Because you are an HR person and you know how to tackle all these things. So,
Yeah.
what are the challenges and how you are overcoming them?
A very, very first challenge for me, to be honest, from I was employee and then leaving the job and becoming HR, the business owner. So it's already a big change for me to adapting like a completely new lifestyle. And when you're an employee, you are not responsible for everything. But when you are a business owner, you are responsible for everything. So it was a big change to adapt. And then the second challenge was as there's so many competitors in the market. So thinking how I can be a different HR. To be honest, HR is a HR, so you need to be a different HR from others. So this was also very challenging, finding the right clients, doing marketing, and the networking, doing networking with the different people, telling what I'm doing. So there's a lot of challenges which I'm still facing, and I will face in the in the future. And I think we always face challenges. You never ever, if there's an odd day, you don't feel like you don't have a challenge. So for me, I overcome, the first thing which the way I overcome my challenges, I always have faith and confidence. So I believe, yes, I can do it. So that's the thing. Even if I don't know something, I always try to learn and achieve. So this is the way, these all the, like I said, there's many challenges which I'm facing at the moment. So because of having confidence and faith in myself, so I'm overcoming all these challenges so far.
And to be honest, we wish you best of luck, and we hope that your business grow. During your conversation, I was very curious to know, because you have talked about, like, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of competitors in market, right? So,
Mm,
like, if I am a client, so
yeah.
how you gonna convince me? Like, what is your unique selling point? I'm just asking on the behalf of the viewers, how
Mm,
they can pitch to customers, like,
mm,
come to us, we will provide you value. This is our unique selling point, USP.
mm,
So what makes you different, your company or your personality?
mm.
What is your take on it, like, how?
First of all, I call myself people's person. I can connect with the people very easily, and people feel comfortable with me. And this is what HR requires. So HR needs to be a very good listener. HR needs to make sure people feel comfortable with them. And they also, what I believe when I set my company, my values, I have values as well, core values, and I believe in adding values in the business. It's not just delivering HR. Some HR comes there to just deliver their services and they leave. I believe to deliver what the business need and how it can add the value in the business. Because employees, I like to work with the companies where people's matter, not just operations matter. So they matter, they respect, they value the employees. So that's why my services will be for, it's of course it's for everyone, but particularly for those who believes in value the employees. They feel the employees are their asset, and I will go and I can promote or enhance their the values more. And my all services is around surrounding the value, adding a value. For example, if I'm offering a performance management training, I'll make sure how I can deliver the training and how it can add value to the business. It's all about adding values.
I think having purpose is the most important thing, and after that, working for that particular value is the
Mm,
most important thing. And I
mm,
think HR, human resource, can develop working culture in an
yes.
organization. If you are not hiring right person for the right job,
Mm,
we will going to talk about that. But if you're not hiring right people for the right job,
mm,
if you're hiring right people for the right job, but they are not
mm,
providing value,
yeah.
then I think your organization cannot grow.
Yeah.
Uh, we have talked about organizations. So let me ask you this, like, how HR management can play a vital role in the growth of business. What are the key formulas, or like, what are the golden steps? Like, human resource is the most important thing, and every entrepreneur
Mm,
want to invest money in HR. They want best people for their company.
yeah.
But how to recruit right people? As an HR expert, you can answer it.
When if you want to recruit or buy people, the very first thing you need to have a clear, business strategy. So you need to know that every business needs to know like where they are, where they want to go, and then of course with this, the HR, what HR does, HR um, create their own business strategy, and they align. HR business strategy should align with the business, sorry, HR strategy should align with the business strategy, where they can assess the where business is going and how many people they require and how many roles they require. And then they need to find and the right hiring, and you can say right person for the right jobs. So they need to define a very clear job roles and requirements. They need to make sure they have a right job description, outline the responsibility, require the skills and the experience. They need to make sure they have enough. They need to, of course, when you're hiring, you need to attract the right candidate, and for doing this, you need to, of course, you need to target the specific audience, or specific, you can say, market, and you need to do the job advertising and everything. And but make sure when you are, because it's very important nowadays, people are looking for the way, the jobs, the way employer is looking for the right candidate, same now candidate also looking for a right employer. So make sure you are a right employer. You make sure you are having a positive culture. You have, so people, when they are reading your job description, they can see, yes, you value people. So this is called so they need to, of course, you need to showcase your employer branding to attract candidates. Also, you make sure you have all the process of interviews and recruitment should be very transparent. You need to find a person who has like a strong, because if you have a strong culture, you need to make sure you have a strong culture fit person as well. So basically, it's the employee life cycle which you need to work on if you when you're hiring right person. So if your side is very transparent, your job description is very transparent, and you have a very competitive salary, you're offering a very good benefit, you're flexible, you will be you will have more chances to have the best and top talent, rather than anyone is coming forward and applying for the job role. So also, you need to retain as well. So you need to make sure you have enough. You need to offer them, the training and development program, so you can attract them. Yes, we do offer a career progression, or we offer like opportunity to grow yourself as well during the career. Okay.
I was taking notes and I was like writing all the key points because I'm learning. I'm a student, and I think all the viewers, all the new entrepreneurs, or those people who are running their business and they are facing this problem, they
Mhm.
will be getting a solution. On the behalf of every young graduate, because although I'm
Yeah.
also a young, but
Yeah.
on the behalf of young graduates, because you have been recruiting many people, you have interacted with many who are just graduated from university. They claim that when we have potential, we have skills. When we try to get job, or when we are applying for the job, we got rejection because we don't have experience. Does experience matters? Because we all know that every youngster, if he don't have uh, he don't have experience, but he have urge to play his part. So why bigger organizations or organizations reject them just because they don't have experience?
As some companies, I completely understand this, and this is not fair. To be honest, we should give opportunity to everyone. If you don't have experience, I strongly believe companies, they have ability to train people. Some companies, they have really good practices. They are very, you kind of say, like, I'll say, supportive. So they do hire people with the less experience, and they do train them. And but some companies, they believe, I know because every company is different, their standards are different, and some companies, they believe, no, we cannot waste our time and energy on someone who doesn't know anything. To be honest, this is I know this is fact, and they try to. Like I said, they are just they're hunting the top talent. So when someone rejects you because when they see you don't have enough experience, because they're looking for top talent. So if someone is hiring you, and maybe they are very supportive, for the, you can say, the youngsters or the people who are new to country, and they would love to give them opportunity. This is the reason. I know some people, they when they apply, they never hear back from the HR, but this is the reason. People are looking for experience, especially nowadays. They are very much reluctant to take someone who is not trained enough. So they said that we don't have enough time to train people. So I'm I'm sorry for that. So this is the truth. Yeah.
No, no, we can completely understand. And people think that this is an HR person who hire people, but he don't know that there are executive board members, CEO. They
Mm,
take collective decision, and after that, the recruitment process
mm.
completed. Right
Also,
now, yeah,
yeah, yes. Also, sorry, they also have ATS application systems, a tracking system, which sometime when someone applying for a role, they get rejected from the application. So their CV doesn't go to even, for example, to HR. So that's why some companies, they do have, sometime it doesn't go at all. They just, the ATS system just reject them because they have certain keywords, which the keywords doesn't match, then it's good. CV gets rejected. If it has, then of course you will be in.
so now, like I just listed this word and you have mentioned it, CV.
Mhm,
We will be going to discuss it further,
mhm,
but I will, for now, I will be going to detrack you a little bit because I have a surprise rapid fire question, which
yes.
was not a part of our discussion, but
Okay.
I have to make this podcast entertaining and people can know you much better because people have a misconception that entrepreneurs or people who are doing jobs, they are very busy managers, they have a lot of things, but at the end of the day, they are also humans
Yeah.
and they have their personal life as well. So I
Yeah.
will be not asking you that much personal question.
Yes.
Like it will be like a random questions. Tea or coffee?
I'll say tea,
Okay. Morning bird or night owl?
night. I'm a very
Okay.
much person, because I feel that night is more quiet and you can reflect more.
Okay. Last book you read and what was the message you get from that book?
Um, the last, I'll say, I was reading employment law book. So the message I will say to every, like, the all employers, make sure you are in compliance with the law.
Okay. Dream job as a child.
To be honest, my father wants me to be a doctor, but I couldn't be for some reason. So it was like his dream more than mine.
Okay. Any secret talent that nobody knows about you?
Oh, some people, they don't know I can paint as well.
Okay, so you are a good painter as well. This is a kind of a rapid fire round, and now we have to come back on the track. You have talked about CV. Let's talk about CV.
Mhm,
Uh, Being a beginner, like let's suppose I've just graduated from university or like I've done any sort of diploma.
mhm.
Usually, people what they do that they borrow a template from internet from a friend.
Yeah.
They say that make my CV and I want to apply for the job. So
Yes.
what are the key factors? Like if I'm making a CV, how can I make an attractive CV by my own self? Number one. Number two, what are the key points uh, entrepreneurs, HR managers, when they are hunting, when they are going through CVs, uh, what sort of points they see and they can be attracted?
Mhm. To be honest, nowadays people can create a CV, very, you can say, genuine CVs, or you can say very attractive CVs, because even if now you can go to chat GPT and ask, please create a HR manager, and of course it will come up like with so many, like, a best skills and best experience. What I will suggest, I always suggest to everyone who ever comes to me and asks for the CV tips and everything, I said always tell them, do not lie on your CV. You don't have to have a very attractive template. You do not need to have like attractive even words. You need to speak the truth on your CV. If you you need to, for example, if you're a manager, just elaborate what you have done at your workplace. Do not put like, I have seen so many, I came across with so many CVs as a HR. And when we accept the CVs, we call them for the interview and they were a completely different person when we were asked, because when you when you call someone for the interview, you ask question from the CV. You always ask the people, every HR or manager, they when they check their CV, they ask question from your CV. How did you do this? How did you achieve this? What is the procedure of this? So you need to, if you have done this, you will be able to, of course, explain as well. But if you are writing, you're asking Chat GPT, write the CV, you will be, of course, we will select you. But when you come to interview, when we're going to ask you this is this, and you will be blank. So of course, this is what I always encourage everyone: reflect yourself on your CV. Be genuine, be truthful, and be honest on your CV. And also create a CV. For example, if you're in IT department and you're looking for another department. I know in this country there's a many students, they have for example studied business management, they could not find any, the proper job. They look for another, the you can say profession or the sector. So then you need to create your CV according to the role. You need to find out what you have done so far, which is linked with the new role. And then all this is what you need to define, which you need to write on your CV. Like I said, you don't have to put everything on your CV. When I started, when I was 10, I was doing this. No, you need to write even one page. If you have a one-page CV, that should be honest CV and should be strong CV. It should reflect what you have done, your practical achievement, not just the theory. Yes, I have completed my one book like in a 1 week, or I've read about one book, sorry, 1 week. No, it should reflect what you have done. So then be confident. And also, like I said, also try to, if you are applying, for example, if you're applying for a HR job, and try to make sure you read the job description fully, very carefully, and then try to take the experience, what they're looking for. And the same thing should reflect on your looking for. If they have 10 responsibility and you have at least 6 responsibility which are matching, you are very likely to be called for the interview. So this is my, because nowadays, people are, they pay for CVs, they get really amazing CVs. So this is the biggest mistake people are doing these days, and even before, they're paying for the CV, asking Chat GPT or other professional to write the CVs. They have no clue, because their duty to take the money and write the CV, and they're writing what they think they need to write. They will ask you minimum information. So there's I have seen many, the students and other professionals. They are doing this. They are paying money to write the professional CVs, but so they are not getting anything, because CV is lying. So make sure you're honest on your CV. Okay.
Very well explained. I think you have to be honest with yourself, be genuine, be
Yeah.
authentic,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you should represent yourself.
Yes.
When you, if someone is writing your CV, it will be reflecting his
Yeah.
or her personality. Very well said.
Yes.
Now, I want to. You have been talking about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So we are living in a digital era. So it is not possible that HRs, they don't do use tools. So they are also use some sort of tools to hire good people
Yeah.
to doing security of right people for right job. So
Yeah.
what are some practical HR tools which can help our audience? There might be chances there are people who are working in HR field. Those tools can be helpful for those people. So what sort of tools you will going to recommend and how they can use them?
First of all, I recommend HR. They have they call her, it's called HR information system. There's many HR information systems available in the market, like HR Breathe, Bamboo HR, People Professional, HR People. There's so many systems, and these many systems, what they offer you to, they offer ATS system, and they also offer onboarding system. So when you onboard someone, your employee, and you can put all the, it's called centralized information. So you centralize the information for everyone, for the whole your organization. So the system, what HR can do, HR of course can put the all data, employee data on the system. They create a profile, and then what HR and what manager can do, they can have access as well. They will be there as well. So this system, they make life a very easy life for the HR and for the manager. So what you can do, you can set the objectives for your staff. You can record, you can monitor their performance. You can monitor their sickness. You can they can apply for the holidays, and you can approve the holidays. You can set the objectives or task for them, and you can of course send any like a birthday cards when the birthday comes, any vote, and if you're happy with their work, you can send the original vote, and you can put any documents for them to read and sign. The HR, the contract, policy, all can go there. So this is the system, the centralized system for not just for HR, for the manager, so we can look after what exactly happening in the company. You can set the company's goal there. You can set the individual goals as well. And also there's a lot of other like a work Monday.com, Workday, and also nowadays many HR, even they are using Microsoft Office. They're offering a lot of things. So this is what managers they can use as well. For example, they can use for example, if they're setting project, they can use Excel. They don't have to, sometimes people go for the they want to pay like extra money to go for certain software. We don't have to. It depends on the companies, to be honest. If you're small or medium, you still can work on Excel sheets. You can still work on small, the softwares or tools. And but there's a lot in at the moment in market which HR can use, and what did you call manager they can use as well. And also they have now, I think nowadays Asana is very famous, and which for I think for project management. If you have, like I said, if you have a HR system, you can do everything. You can many things on the system. You don't need to have a many other systems or tools to run your teams.
So I think there is no hard and fast rule. There are
Yeah,
multiple softwares,
yeah. The most
multiple things available.
it's all depend on companies' need. Some companies, they are like large companies, of course, their needs are bigger, and they need more, like of course they want to have efficient processes, so they will go for more like these systems. For medium to large, medium to small, of course they can do very many things in house.
And I think the whole conclusion that from your conversation I came that how much urge you have to learn those tools and to make your place and play your part in the growth of the organization as an HR manager, because you have a lot of responsibilities on your
Mhm.
shoulder. So now I will like link my next question with the previous one. Uh, HR compliances.
Mhm.
What is the importance of HR compliances and how they can help small, medium enterprises to grow? Because usually small, medium enterprises face a lot of problems while hiring processes and all. So, what is your take on it?
HR compliance is very important for every business. It doesn't matter if small or medium or large, because if you're not following the compliance or law, of course you're in trouble. You are putting yourself in a risk. So HR is there to help to make sure like you are safe, you are risk free. So the compliance are very important. Like for example, contract. The very first thing which employer needs to make sure they have a right contract. It should align with the law. They should have the policies. They should have a line. The all policies should align with the law as well. Right to work check is a very important. I have worked with One organization, I was really shocked. They were not doing even proper right to work check. So there's a huge fine if you are not having, if you're not checking the way um, a home office is telling you to check. So also it's a very fundamental, very important. Sorry, and also you need to make sure you there's a policies. All policies should be aligned with the law. Also prevent discrimination, harassment. You need to make sure your working place is a safe for your employee. Health and safety is very important. You need to have also health and safety policies. You need to make sure you are looking after your self well-being as well. You need to also mental health issue nowadays is a very big problem in this country. Mental health issue. You need to make sure you are not discriminating anyone who's different. If someone has had disability or any mental health issue, you're not allowed. If they are disclosing, you're not allowed to discriminate them. You have to support them. You need to show them support. You need to make sure you are when you are paying someone, you need to make you're not making any deduction which is not legal, which is not which is, and you need to make sure you are not paying anyone less than minimum wages. You will be shocked to know in this country, in UK, still there's a few employees, they are still paying, I don't know how they get away with this. They are paying less than minimum wages. So maybe they are not compliant. They are not following the law. So this is very important. You need to, it's very important to offer the statutory pension. It's very important to make sure you are, the benefits you're offering, they are aligned with the law as well. You need to make sure data protection is you're protecting your employees' data. Is not you are in this country and you are sending their information to another country. They need to know where the data is going to be and how they're going to keep and where they're going to be. If you there's a lot of things and there's a huge fine if you're not looking after the employees' data. And also there is like a disciplinary and grievance should follow ACAS code of conduct to make sure when you're terminating someone or making someone redundant, you need to follow the fair procedure. Do not do anything which can take or can lead to the court. So this is a very important. The compliance is a very important. If you're not following the compliance, to be honest, you are putting any company, they're putting themselves in a huge risk, and they should be ready for lose so much money. And also keep every company should keep their HR department, not just HR department, also manager and leadership updated with the employment law.
Very well said, and I think these are the key points because um, maintaining the decorum of
Yeah,
the company is the most important thing, and
yeah,
making rules and regulation for HR managers is the most important thing. And if you have a good rules and regulation, then employer will be going to stick there for a longer period of time.
yes,
And now I will like directly jump into the last question, which is from your last previous 7 year experience, and now you are an entrepreneur and you are running your own company in future. You will have a larger organization as well. How to maintain a positive work culture at workplace? How we can do that? Uh, you already mentioned some of the points, but I want you to explain it a little bit deeply so that
yeah.
entrepreneurs they can understand the
Mm.
importance of this.
And the core thing, which I believe, because when I set my managing the business, I set the core values. So it's very important for every company to set the core values and then follow the core values. Your leadership should promote these values. These values should reflect your workplace behavior as well. Also, open communication. Let your employee, give them safe space to express or to have their voice, offer the suggestion. Let them feel valued. This is very important. If you are feel valued somewhere, you will stay for longer. You will be more loyal to the business if they value you. Also, if someone recognize, even like celebrate their achievements, if they are doing, if you're, for example, if they are working on a project, give them credit, send them a thank you or well done card by email or by, or however, or you can send on Teams or however you are communicate. Always, encourage them, tell them, say them thank you, because as a HR, I have seen, I met so many, the people, and if you meet other, the HR professional as well, you will come to know as well. Many employee always feel they are not, and no one appreciate them at the workplace. It's another place is not. They are just working because they need money, but they are not there to from heart, and they are not loyal. So this is all what you need to do. You may need to make sure you are invest if they are, for example, if they don't have enough skills or knowledge, you can invest, because this investment is not for them only, it's for you as well, because you're growing them and you're growing your business as well. If you're going to teach someone a new skills, you're not teaching them, you're also teaching your company new skills as well. So invest on people, and make sure they feel the most important thing is they need to feel valued. They need to you need to make sure your managers, all the managers, they need to be very supportive, and they need to be good listener. Also, encourage a fair workplace practices. Make sure all employees they feel like they're all being treated equally. Promote anti-discrimination and anti, I know, not promote, yes, anti-discrimination and anti-harassment culture. So give offer equal opportunities. So this is all really, if you have, like I said, if you have really, if your culture, you have a very positive culture, then your employee thrive, your business will thrive as well.
I was smiling when you were discussing all these points because I have faced these things in
Yeah,
previous organizations.
yeah,
You are, as an employee, you feel you are putting so much efforts, and
mm,
no one is like recognizing you, and you feel unrecognized.
yes,
At the end of the day, managers or
mm,
people take credits because you
yes,
have done a lot of hard work. So this is
yeah.
most important thing. There
Mm.
were a lot of things that we need to discuss, but at the end of the day, we have a time limit. But
And
before,
yeah, when you
but
don't appreciate someone, people feel burnout and then they leave you. Even best talent, I've seen best talent, they leave the organization because no one feel like, appreciate what they are doing. So it's when you're losing best talent, you are not. It's if people think it's no, it's fine. We can find, some companies think they can find another employee. It's not true. You are losing money as well, because you spend a lot of money. They don't understand. They've spent a lot of money on one employee. This is their investment, and they are letting them go. And it's a top talent as well. So there's a many gaps which the organization, many organizations need to fill.
exactly. I was saying we have a lot of things to discuss, but we
Mm.
have a time limit. But
Yeah.
before leaving,
Mm.
any message for aspiring entrepreneurs, people who are already working, but they
Mm.
are facing failures? What is the golden tip? What is the one golden tip that you want to suggest to them?
I will tell them to have faith, believe in yourself, and be confident, and you can achieve anything. Which this is what I believe. I believe we all are very intelligent, and we all are very skillful. We just when you start something, is very hard. It's for everyone is hard. It's not just one person. It's not like uh, there's not kind of scale, or you can say, you can't say, okay, this person's super intelligent and his business boomed within 1 year, and this person, no, it's not true. Everything takes time, and just believe in yourself and start delivering what you believe and implementing. So this is what I always, whenever, whoever I see, and I'm very much, to be honest, for especially young people, I always encourage in my community, whoever I meet, I'm encouraging, it's better to start something your own, enhance your skills, sell your skills. This is better. Selling your skills is better than working for someone else. So this is what I always encourage everyone: believe in yourself, and you can do it.
Like everyone is fighting his own battle. Everybody has
Mm,
its own
yes,
story,
that's true.
and you have to. The first
Mm,
chapter of your story can be worse, but
yeah.
the next chapter you can make it better.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your precious time,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
and I hope all the viewers will going to like the podcast. If
Yeah.
you like the podcast, if you say I loved it because
Okay.
I have learned a lot of things. If you
Okay.
like the podcast, do subscribe the channel and leave a comment over here. We will be going to meet you in the next podcast. Till
Thank you.
then, take
Thank
care.
you very
Bye bye.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Bye.